everybody. Welcome to Monkey Island. Alright, so as you can see at the bottom, this is Return to Monkey Island. It did come out last year now. Happy New Year, by the way. And I guess we can...
Hey, want to see my Mighty Pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
So I guess we can get a little recap here of what happened on the previous Monkey Island games.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
This was the first Monkey Island game.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay?
That's an important thing. That ghosts are vulnerable to root beer.
I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
Doesn't seem like there's as much of a recap for the second one.
I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good time. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. Elaine always seems to know when I need her. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
So basically, this is a kind of a spin-off game. This is Monkey Island 3, which is recapping. I did play all 3, and I don't know if they're ignoring the one after this. I guess we'll find out. This seems to be a little more in-depth of a recap. I guess maybe if nobody's played the last games. They came out like 30 years ago, so 30 to 40 years ago, so I wouldn't be surprised.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle.
I hope Murray's in this one. I hope if they take one thing from Monkey Island 3 and it's Murray, that's fine with me. The rest of the story was a little forgettable.
I got eaten by a snake.
Had good animation, though.
I erupted a volcano on purpose.
I really liked it when
There's
I was
not a lot
kid.
I wouldn't do for Elaine.
Like, I was aware of the first 2 Monkey Island games, but the third one was the first adventure game that I really got into as a kid.
I got buried alive. things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scumbar handle the catering. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do.
You do.
Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
Yeah, this is probably Escape from Monkey Island, because I don't remember any of this at all.
Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it.
That's most puzzles in Monkey Island. They don't really help anything, but you have fun.
Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed.
So I think these are the episodic Monkey Island that they released, kind of like when they did Sam and Max, like in the early 2000s. I can't remember exactly what they're called. But yeah, I actually do have those too, and I can play through them eventually if people want me to, you know.
I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. Morgan Le Fay betrayed me, even after we bonded inside a giant manatee. I should have trusted her less. Elaine wasn't fooled by LeChuck's human form any more than I was. I should have trusted her more. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Love did win out in the end. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
All right, so that's the scrapbook here. There might be a little more recap when we start the game, just to let you know. So let's get started. We gotta go hard mode.
Take this, LeChuck!
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
So this is the end of Monkey Island 2. They were turned into kids for some reason. I never really explained that.
Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow. What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one. I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog. It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key. Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
So, given that the guy who worked on Monkey Island 1 and 2...
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Not Tim Schafer, but the other guy, Ron Gilbert. He was the guy who did Thimbleweed Park fairly recently, if you remember that adventure game. He also did like The Cave, a couple others that were fairly recent.
Smells like grog. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
Is this where they sell the scurvy dogs?
Looks like they need a swabby in here. I'll never be the ship's swabby. That is really, really low. They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else. How much is a mug of grog?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Ooh. To-do list, buy scurvy dogs, find outhouse key.
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8.
In France, they call a scurvy dog.
It unlocks the outhouse outside. Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Gotta admit, the animation, or the art style's a lot more charming when it's in motion.
I
rather
can
than
stand on
just
my
seeing
head
it
without
screen
using my
shot.
hands.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Good, you unlocked it.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. Where should we look?
All over. Do you see any coins?
Ugh, what is this stuff? It smells the same as the toilet. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Gross. gross. It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
I thought it was a piece of 8 at first. A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
I once ate 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
It looks like a piece of 8 if you don't see very well.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
Sounds real. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Well, I guess I can see if he's blind enough to accept it.
That's where the outhouse key was. Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
I already got some metal. Here, you want it?
Now what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you
Gross.
want.
That was on the bathroom floor.
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. Yum! What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them? I wonder where those 2 people we were following went. That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, Zitheads.
Zit heads. That's almost
That's a cool
risque.
anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them big. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. But the older design went out of fashion after. You can still find the old kind around sometimes on a modern anchor. If you look close, you can tell
Wonder
that
if you get an
one side is
achievement
a
for
little
listening to all
larger
this.
than the. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well. The little
All right,
flanges
I
of the
get
chips
it.
are
I
at
get
different
it.
angles to make it twist.
You
on
know
the
a
way
lot
down.
about anchors.
Most anchors
I
these days
understand.
are made of iron.
All
and
right.
you have to recast them like
Yeah,
twice a year.
anchors.
About 30 years ago, somebody thought of all
Okay.
kinds of people invested. But the
Uh-huh.
only way they could keep them from float, the word
Oh my
anchor comes
God.
from. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
So you can go back and listen to it all. Or read it all, I mean.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
It's on the to-do list. Mess around and explore, check out the anchor, beat Chucky in a race, feed the duck, add some sauce to the scurvy dog. Jeez.
Hey, Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate.
Where the spinning
3,
contest
2,
is held.
1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Darn.
I have an extra tooth in the back.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I hit the
I'll
wrong
officiate.
button. I used the shoulder
3.
instead of the trigger.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Hey, hands off.
Excuse me,
Yes?
could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me,
Yes?
will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days. You have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have.
Gotta run.
How rude.
What's
No
this red
respect.
glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs. You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Don't feed the duck. I want to feed the duck. It smells bad.
Gross. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Whoops.
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself. Do not pick the 4-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a 4-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
RB and LB at the same time. That doesn't seem like it's doing anything.
I found one.
Oh, that's because
Awesome.
Okay.
There was still one left. Darn.
Because it's instead of highlighting one, you can see both of the circles. But I don't know. Looks like they're there anyway. Maybe it's because that's the one I'm focused on. It's interesting.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox. Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
All right, what else is on the list? Feed the duck, make a wish at the wishing well, find real parents. Okay, maybe I use the 4-leaf clover to make a wish. Oh, here's a coin.
I should throw my coin in and make a wish. I wish for a cool plant.
A plant? What a waste of a wish.
Ooh.
I take it back. That was the best.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
I want to feed the duck.
It's a lucky duck. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to do here.
This place is fun.
I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
I guess if I checked everything off
Did
the
you
list.
know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh boy, that takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asks me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
This is when the audience applauses. It goes, woo! Monkey Island, yeah! It's still the same guy playing Guybrush, which should be pretty obvious if he played the older games. Actually, in the remakes, he plays Guybrush too, so... In the games you watched me play all three of them, he's been Guybrush. And in this one, the fourth one, that I've played at least.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
Well, I was just about to head down there. My business right now is down those stairs with 3 pirate leaders and the fat wad of cash.
Yeah.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's tough on toughness. I better get cracking if I want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard. I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to. Oops, I almost forgot to duck into the Scum Bar to ask the pirate leaders to back my expedition. Some things never change. The Scum Bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I knew that.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Trivia cards. That's kind of cool.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm looking for some pirate leaders. Have you seen any? Do you know where the pirate leaders hang out?
Looks like a circus act. Maybe. I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first.
Use wads of cash. Okay.
I've got a few coins for incidentals. The pen is mightier than the sword. Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders.
Get lost.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a personal passion of mine. I really want to find it.
Your weird fetishes are not something I need to hear about.
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
All right, so I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. Next time, I am gonna shift the schedule around a little bit. Tomorrow we are gonna be still doing Lost in Play. On Tuesday we're doing Tunic Tuesday, still in effect. On Wednesday we're gonna be doing at least one more chapter of Yakuza 0, then maybe a surprise after that. And Thursdays we still have Plague Tale, and then we're doing another one of this on Friday. And I'm moving Pentiment to Saturday, and we're only going to do one Pentiment a week now, and then return to Monkey Island again on Sunday. So we got our schedule going, back in the saddle, and yeah, I'm glad to be back. Hope everyone's having a great new year, and we will see you every day pretty much if you want to. Hope you join me. Have a great one. Bye-bye.